Dude, he better post another devlog soon, because my finger is bleeding at this point.
Yeah, I don't feel my finger anymore, it's...
Yeah, so... Getting pretty hungry too, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait! It's out!
It's here!
Let's go!
Finally!
Let's go!
Hello, hello, fellow log devers. Welcome back to another devlog. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button to become a devlogger today for $3.99.
Are we actually ready to watch a video? Together?
I'm ready.
That was the worst type I've ever done ever.
That's weak, dude. The last one was very spicy, so I hope this one has some extra spice on it as well.
Hello.
Hello.
As you can see, it's very snowy now. After the last update, I was wanting to work on tire tracks for the cars, specifically for like mud and grass and snow. So I decided to start working on that, and next thing you know, Calgary is super snowy too. So that might have been a bad idea, but I'm quite happy with how it turns.
There's actually a what's it called? Speedometer.
Oh, I
you
see.
see that? On
Yeah,
the
I see.
dashboard.
I didn't see that first.
And left and right, you see the turning signals. So there's actually like a dashboard thing going on.
But it's cold in here, so let's turn the engine on. Now you can turn the engine on and off. And if we take a look outside, we can see some of the changes to the car that have happened over the last week. Or I guess last 3 weeks.
Oh, glass windows, I see.
There's some steam
Ooh.
coming out of the car.
At first I was like,
The exhaust
what
too.
was that? What's the new stuff? But yeah, the exhaust, yeah, I see.
Bigger trucks will have more exhaust, and you know what to expect. As well as the headlights now, it's they don't go into full bright mode when you turn the car on. There's the daytime running lights, and when you turn the low beams on, that's when you'll notice the other like running lights come on, like your brake lights. And if you hold down the headlight key, you can turn on your high beams. For most of the time, you probably use low beams though. And that goes for the interior stuff too. Like if we turn the headlights on, you can see some of the heads-up display turns on as well. That's the speedometer if we drive around a little bit. I'm thinking of doing a few other things like that too.
This is gonna make the
Specifically
UI, you know,
fuel gauge.
more simple as well, because it's like already in the car
cars
as
that
well.
passengers
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see.
exactly. I
And
like
not,
that a
not
lot.
on the UI, so...
Yeah, yep.
One change is now you can see the...
It would be really cool to have like the gas meter as well on the dashboard.
specifically the fuel gauge. I'm thinking to put it there in the car. Probably not the most important feature, but I keep talking about it. You can also turn on the hazard lights. And you probably also noticed that there's the glass in the car now, and it does look quite nice with some of the reflections from certain angles. It's darker when you're looking in from the outside, so it's a bit tinted. You get a good view out still, but you're a little bit obscured. And then maybe some fancy cars will have like fully black rear windows.
Yeah, that would
to
be really
keep prying
nice,
eyes
actually.
away.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of it, but...
And you can of course open these.
You can lower
Whoa.
the wind. Oh my goodness.
This
Okay, that
into
got me
one of the
Holy
big
moly.
surprised,
things,
actually.
Yeah.
was cleaning up a lot of the code from the previous update.
Not only did he add windows, but he made them functionable.
Yeah.
And he's talking about making them tint, like black tint and stuff, you know.
Tinted windows.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
One thing with developing the game is you have to make it once to know how to do it properly. So the first version was kind of the messy version, and then I was going through and cleaning everything up. And so one aspect of that was splitting everything up into components. And so I talked the last update about how I want to fit like vehicles that you ride on horseback or something into this whole system. And so part of that is making it so that you can selectively choose which pieces of logic you want to use for your different vehicles. So one aspect of that is the pressurization component. So right now that's used for like when the window opens and closes, you can hear the outside audio. But for a vehicle like a submarine, that'll be used to keep the water out. And so
Did I hear
you
submarine?
won't be drowning if you...
Did we just...
Submarines
Submarine?
confirmed for
Sub-
Unturned.
Yep. We haven't had that in Unturned 3, so that's
Yeah.
something new.
You're in your
That's super
submarine,
cool.
you have all the windows and hatches closed. Although I don't think submarines have windows. Oh yeah, and then something like seating, that was also moved to components. So when you sit down in the car, your character is actually very loosely coupled to the vehicle concept. Instead, you're just registered as sitting, And so then that'll be reused for things like mounted turrets or just like a bed that you can lie down on or furniture, whatever you build.
I think he means that like if you're sitting down like on a chair, then you can still like move around and like interact with stuff.
Wow.
So like
When you
even
sit
if you're
down in a
driving
car.
around, you can still like shoot and stuff.
I'm thinking when we made, you know, that epic Bandit video intro, and there's like a
Yeah,
scene
yeah.
where I looked on you, and you were just sitting there, and that
Yeah.
got kind of awkward in that scene, you know. But there was nothing to do about it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because there was no animations and stuff or anything.
Yeah, and imagine in Unturned 4 like what that would look like.
Yeah.
Like leaning out the window, shooting. You can see the character actually like looking back and shooting at the cops and stuff.
So then driving around with the engine on, you can see that it leaves these
Whoa.
nice
Tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
And it says it
So
exactly when I
As
say it.
you don't
Tracks
trail
in the
everywhere
snow.
now. It has the sound
Those
of
details,
race
though.
falling on plastic is the sound of the
It's insane.
kind of gravelly sliding for the snow drifting.
Driving cars looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
This is probably good for the engine. As the snow's... Well, you can't see the snow falling right now because I haven't added that yet, but you can see the snow filling in over time. But the tracks stay around for a good amount of time, and if it wasn't snowing... I mean, obviously it isn't snowing right now, but if snowing were added and it wasn't snowing, then the tracks would just stay there. So we can drive around with that.
Wait, really? That's really cool, actually. So you could track people
Oh.
down if it's not snowing and stuff.
Oh, I see.
and then-
Yeah.
That
What
is...
this,
That's awesome, dude.
that I've wanted to do since I added the puddles to Unturned 3.
We could track down people
Yeah.
when we're playing police, you know?
Yeah.
We can see
that's sick, dude.
footprints and stuff in the snow.
Can you actually see footprints as well?
Yeah, I'm guessing that, actually, because
Probably, yeah.
cars are working, so I'm guessing footprints
Yeah.
as well. We could be detectives, dude.
Yeah, unless it's snowing.
Yeah,
Just
and then it
the
starts
tracks will
snowing and
fill in.
we're just sad.
And so you can see that the...
Oh,
Ooh, flying roofs.
flying!
That's sick.
No, but seriously, that's really cool that the snow doesn't like appear there as well.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
can we talk about the flying cone in the back as well? Incredible stuff.
With Unturned 3, you couldn't interact with anything in the car because your interact was overridden to just exit. Whereas now, one of the other changes I made was making it so that when you want to get out of the car, you have to actually look at the door. I'll probably have another hotkey for exiting the car. But this means that there could be like the hazard lights button to press it, or tuning the radio, or maybe turning the lights on in the car when it's nighttime. So that's going to open up a lot of other options, especially for cars that like you're walking around, like an RV or something. You want to be able to interact with stuff inside. So now you actually have that option. And also the in and out animations are, let's show that again. Those animations are a lot faster and a little bit more polished now. But we were walking around down here, and we've got the concrete sound.
You can see your legs now when
Doesn't
you
really look like
look
grass,
down.
but
Yeah,
before heading back out to the snow.
yeah.
think that was
Footprints
similar,
confirmed.
so-
Did you see it when he walked on the snow?
Oh,
Footprints!
Yeah, I see.
Right there.
Footprints confirmed.
And so this also applies to bases. So if you build a base in Unturned 4,
Oh yeah, it
and
applies to bases.
obviously
like
base building is
the
so I
snowing
promise
thing.
this will be in
Yep.
because this is really cool. If you build a base, you'll see the rain and puddles on the top floor, and the snow, but it won't be inside your base. Same with the tunnels in Unturned 3. You know, if
That's
you go in the
awesome.
metro, you
I
see the
love
rain
that.
puddles.
Yeah.
For the grass, I did something similar to the snow, but right now the weather transitions aren't in place. That's one thing I want to work on for the next update, so we can start to see, you know how in Unturned 3 it's sort of like Yukon is the snow map and Russia is the autumn map. So right now I'm thinking that there will be certain areas that are like a specific biome, whatever the word is.
Oh, that's cool.
Wonder how large the
Sweat.
maps will be.
Yeah.
Instead, the seasons will change over the course of the days, and you'll be able to see the snow come down and cover the trees and
Oh.
everything.
Wait, so it's like, oh man.
Seasons
that's
on
sick.
different
Yeah,
parts of the
seasons.
map. Yeah, so it could be snowing on one area
Yeah.
and not on the other.
Then, of course, there's the speedometer inside now. Oh, the cat just knocked something off the counter.
Oh, cats in Unturned.
Let's see.
Confirm.
There's,
That's confirmed.
I talked last update about the collision stuff, and that also works with the interior-exterior audio.
Wait, can you imagine actually pets in Unturned? That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, imagine dogs. Imagine walking around with your own dog and stuff.
Imagine walking around with your own wolf.
Imagine walking around with your own duck.
Imagine. Imagine walking. Imagine walking around. Now imagine walking around imagining.
Now imagine imagining, but not walking around.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're just imagining it. Imagine walking around imagining, walking around imagining.
That's what we're doing right now.
That is actually what we're doing. Alright, let's keep it moving.
Yeah, so we crash and but there's also scraping, so if we slide along the edge here, so you can see that there's some effects for collisions and stuff, and if we go really fast into a tree, hopefully cross your fingers that we don't break something. But yeah, so there's different collision effects now. There's still some engine level changes I have to make. That's one of the things that's really exciting about using Unreal instead of Unity, is already like the engine, I've made a whole bunch of changes to better accommodate Unturned. Doing things that just I couldn't do with Unity because it's closed source. I know last time I also forgot to go off the ramp, so let's back up here and let's go off this ramp over
He's
there.
going on the ramp. He's doing it.
It's happening.
Here it comes.
It's happening. It's actually
boy.
happening right now. He's going for it. He's going on the ramp. The moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh.
There we go.
That was...
This hill is also...
That was a mediocre jump. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
This car isn't the best at going.
We hyped
fast
the
riding or
jump up.
Yeah,
So
we hyped it up way too much.
Yeah,
if
so
we
it
try and
became
go up this hill over here,
anticlimactic.
we'll
Way
get stuck.
too
It
overhyped.
doesn't have very much clearance, as you can see. But something like a 4x4
But it was pretty cool.
truck with good
It was
suspension
pretty cool.
would get up there better. Yeah, you can hear the sort of chassis of the car grating against the ground there. I'm not sure if it just makes sparks on snow.
Yeah, so different cars
looks
will
cool.
be better off-road.
Yeah, so the car's not happy going across that. You don't want to go off-roading in this car. Now, when you're on sloped surfaces, your legs will adapt to the surface. I know a lot of games
that's
have this.
cool.
I just think it's neat to see it in Unturned now. But you can see the leg going up there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in this week. Hope to have more for you soon. And I think this is really starting to get pretty polished-ish for the cars. So I'm hoping to have some sort of vehicle demo. All the animations and clothes still need redoing, so I'm thinking of just trying to get rid of everything that isn't the cars and starting to give it out to a few people. But we'll see what happens with that. Talk to you next one. Bye-bye.
What I got out of this video was that Nelson's cat knocked something off the counter.
There's the speedometer inside now. Oh, the cat just knocked something off the counter.
Here's a cool screenshot from the other day showing a dual-handed item. However, it wasn't quite ready to include for the video yet.
Oh, he's like holding it while he's driving. Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's holding the gun.
cool. Alright, that's been us. The devloggers are out.
The log devers, your daily... No, not daily.
No,
week...
not daily.
Nah, not week. I don't know.
Every other... No. Alright, time to F5 this again. Wait for next devlog.